Okay, welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic in Crossover 21. So yesterday we played it in Rosetta mode on the M1. And it did okay up to a point, and then we got stuck and couldn't move anymore. Excuse me. Today we're going to play it in Crossover, and I'm finding that recording things in Crossover is not the most... logical thing. I mean, yesterday or the other video I did with Star Wars Galaxies with Crossover, it recorded it basically the size of a postage stamp, and I'm aware it looked horrible, but there's nothing I could do about it. It recorded it really tiny and blacked out the rest of the screen, so I had to resample the whole thing. There's no way I was going to be able to go back and do 18 minutes of the same thing again. I just couldn't figure out a way to get to record the actual video. I noticed when I did a test, it kind of slid this to the side a little bit. It does actually display on my screen centered with black bars on both sides, but it's not recording correctly. And I do need to work on that. I just haven't figured out what the heck the problem is. Probably setting up some kind of range or some kind of resolution change that is not working out to my advantage. Anyway, Knights of the Old Republic in Crossover. So basically, sound off again. Same options as yesterday, as much as I possibly could. Although the Crossover version does provide me with more resolution options because the basic native one only gave me 3. So we're running it in the same resolution. But here's the interesting thing that I found. I was able to replicate the high graphics, the 4 sample anti-aliasing, and the anisotropy to 8x, but the frame buffer effects and the soft shadows were not even an available option. I couldn't even pick those in Crossover. VSync is, but I'm not turning that on. The rest of it's all the same. It just got auto level up and whatnot, so not a big deal. Let's go straight into the game. It loads quickly. That's a plus. We're going to do another scoundrel. Quick character, portrait. Yeah, you're good. Name, Dan Kinry. Sounds good. And we're going to play. Not a lot of point in screwing around with names and whatnot. This isn't an actual playthrough. And we just bombed out to my desktop. So let's go back in. That's not right. It just put me down. Can I? There we go. I don't know what happened. It put me in a really tiny window in the corner, and now it's telling me there's no signal. Okay, maybe it just does not want to play at that resolution. Okay, well, we can... We actually... Are you even going to give me the menu back? I don't know where my mouse is. And somehow it loaded my game? No. I can't get out of here. I'll tab out and go back in. I've got no mouse. All right, these are the problems that we're going to encounter doing things like this. So let's play it again. Hopefully it lets me set the resolution. But it did not start me in the cutscene. It started me standing up in the middle of the room. I think we're too high resolution for this. Let me quit back out. Okay. Stop it. Can I select properties? Quit. Okay, we'll look at the folder. We'll run the configurator again. Let's back some of this down. We'll set it at medium. And we're going to turn off that hardware mouse. Maybe that'll make a difference. All right, we'll try and run it again. And these are the kind of things that running an emulator always puts you in the middle of. If you don't want to take time and have a little patience with things, this is probably not the route you want to go down, because a lot of things are not going to work. Or they're not going to work like you want them to, or they're gonna crash like what's happening right now. And when they do this, I'm not gonna get out of the game. I'm gonna try to show you maybe what the processes I go through. I'm not saying that's the right way. It's just a way. Let's try to start a new game and see what happens. Let's do a male scout. Looks good. Looks good. Play. Okay, come on now. Just work. That other one probably would have been all right if the mouse wouldn't have stopped working. I don't know what happened with the mouse. Now, just while this is loading, the configuration that I'm running is the basic Steam bottle with where I went in and loaded the cross tie for Steam. So everything should have been okay as far as Steam's concerned, and Steam's running fine. And then going on top of that, I went into Steam and installed this game. It is it's not doing anything at all. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit of a delay. Okay, we're going to skip a lot of it. We're seeing a lot of dropped. Seeing a lot of dropped frames, a lot of lag. Okay. All right. Now we're in the game. Let's see how it actually performs, because him running in is not a good indicator as to what's going on. But the mouse is a little draggy. That could be because I turned off the hardware mouse. Actually, it seems to be running just fine. It is a little slow. It's not as snappy as it was in the actual default version. Okay. I don't have a belt. I'm good. Okay, so Trask is in our party for a little bit until he gets annihilated. Okay, now I got to switch to Trask. Okay, so it seems a little hitchy. It's not. It's not as smooth. Okay, we don't need to stop for anybody because you just want to be leader, don't you, Trask? You want to take over. Yeah, it seems a little less performing. You really got to encourage him, buddy? I don't think you do. Yeah, I'm trying. Okay, this is actually kind of painful. I don't need a med pack, buddy. We're good. You don't either. Everybody's good. Okay, performance is not... Why are you doing that? Okay. Performance is not great. Can I move on now? Huh. That's weird. I can't run. And again, I've lost the arrow controls. Okay. Can I move? Let's go into key mapping. Try and set a key. That didn't fix it. So if there's something in my reach, I can go to it. But it looks like if I do something contrary to what it wants me to, it becomes a problem for movement. And that was some. I could turn the camera. But the W and S key don't do anything at all. All right. So I feel like I missed part of that cutscene, and I couldn't skip any of it. So it kept playing out, but I feel like it did skip some of it, but not all of it. But I can run again. Let's see if we finish that quest about the med packs. No, still can't run. Anyway, I think once I finish this game, I need to take some time and do some research on okay, pausing it does not stop the explosions, and I need to talk. So we'll sit in this menu for a minute. I think once I finish doing this in Parallels and see how it runs, I need to take some time and actually look into optimizing crossover for performance, because I don't think I could play the game like this. And I know it runs better, and I know it should be able to do better. It's just maybe I'm missing an option, maybe something I need to do some research on to see. But the last two games we played in crossover, the performance has been absolutely abysmal. And I don't remember that being the case. I mean, I don't remember it giving 4 frames per second on everything you played. So there's obviously something that needs to be changed, or something I'm not loading, or something different that I'm not accounting for. And it's probably my fault, or it's not an obvious thing and it needs to be found. So once I finish doing the Parallels video for this, I'll probably start doing some research on why I'm getting such low performance in crossover, and see if we can improve that. And I'm mentioning this now because it's specific to crossover that I'm getting really, really, really bad game performance, as you can see. It's like, it's not quite slideshow bad, but it's not great. So we'll take a little bit of time and do some research on that. And then I might have an episode talking about what I did and what I learned about crossover. But wine is always a weird thing. The configuration in wine is a little strange, but it's like it's not allocating enough system resources in startup, and it's struggling to get them from the system, and it shouldn't. there should be plenty for it to have. I'm not really running anything else except a recording software, which isn't using that much. But as you can see up until this point, it would take you years to get through this game stuttering down the hallway like this. And of course, the game has the same weird bug where I get stuck and can't walk anymore. Probably because I'm skipping quests. But I'm not really playing the game. I'm just kind of seeing how it goes. So it's not so important to me to finish it, but apparently it might be important to the game, because every time that we've done something against what the game wanted us to do, it pretty much locked us in place so we couldn't go any further. It's an old game. A lot of things like this happened. I remember this game was, maybe not this one, but the second one was pretty buggy. But anyway, I would say at this point, setting it up the way I did, just the default Steam bottle with the just running the application and getting it set up in there, not the way to go. Either run the actual Mac version, or let's see what Parallels does, and we'll have that answer tomorrow, and see if we can take it from there. But that's it for this one, because I'm not going to play this anymore. It's just kind of nerve grating, and I don't really like it. And again, I need to find out why performance is slow in crossover. It should not be this bad. Version 21 is supposed to be optimized for the M1 Mac, and maybe there needs to be a 21.1 patch that comes out, but I'm getting way low frame rate. When we played Galaxies under this, I got 4 frames per second as opposed to 30 in Parallels. Big difference. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Check out the next one tomorrow to see how Parallels does, so you can kind of get an idea. Since all these products cost money, where do you want to put your money? I mean, what do you want to buy if you're going to do this? If you want to own an M1 Mac and you want to do gaming and that's your only option, or that's the option you want to go with, where do you want to put your money? Do you want to buy Crossover? Do you want to buy Parallels? They're very similarly priced at some point. Especially if you already own a copy of Parallels. The new version is like $49 to upgrade. The version of Crossover is like $39 for a year. But you still keep the software after that. It's just you don't get any support and you won't get any new updates after a year. So in a year, you have to pay them another $39. Is it worth it? Are we getting anything out of this? Was this something I'd recommend to you? We'll see. But that's it for now. I will catch you guys tomorrow when we do the Parallels video. Thanks for watching.